What the hell is this? Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 15th episode of the show Power Rangers in Space, as well as the 265th episode overall, titled TJ's Identity Crisis. We begin this episode at a basketball court where everyone is wearing color-coded jumpsuits. Apparently next shot wins the game, but there's no way there's even teams since there's 5 of them. TJ has a trick up his sleeve, and Andros just launches him into the air as he does a flip dunk. They're all so impressed, but I'm pretty sure that's an illegal move. Deca lets them know they've reached a planet named Brokaya, and they stop the simulation. They walk out, and TJ tells Carlos, "Nice D." Wow, TJ has been the LGBT representative this whole time. The Rangers launch out down to the planet, and they're working on some satellite dish. Carlos tells them that they need to hurry up, and Andros says if anyone sees them, this whole mission is blown. And Darkonda is there watching. Well, on the ship, Carlos explains that the scanner is much faster than what they've been using, so they turn it on. They'll be able to find Zordon way faster now. TJ is impressed with how fast the scan is, and Cassie asks if it'll work. Astronema is then sleeping, but her bedroom door is open, and she jumps up to find Darkonda just casually walking into her bedroom. She even aims her staff at him, and Darkonda asks to speak openly. Darkonda says that Ecliptor is mighty, but his intelligence isn't great. Astronema says Ecliptor has cared for her since she was a child, but Darkonda points out that he didn't even know that the Power Rangers have a fancy new scanner to get Zordon back. So maybe Ecliptor sucks. Then Ecliptor shows up, and this is so much drama. They explain everything to each other, and Ecliptor doesn't believe Darkonda, so Astronema sends them both down to go retrieve the scanner, pissed off. On the ship, the scanner is still going, and they pick up an unidentified ship. They look on screen to see Dark Specter's ship, and Deca is working on a position. Then, Darkonda and Ecliptor are talking about how Ecliptor hasn't told the truth to Astronema. Interesting. They then blow up the scanner. Andros says they have to go because someone's tampered with it. They take to the tubes. The Rangers fly into the scene, posing up a storm. Ecliptor and Darkonda say that they'll have to work together to get the Power Rangers, so they run forward. And Andros takes on Ecliptor, who tries to tell Andros something, but then Darkonda slashes him in the back, attaching himself to Ecliptor. He explains that Astronema will think he died in battle, so he'll take Ecliptor's powers, absorbing the two together into Darkliptor. Yeah, Darkonda just casually does this with his second time out. Like, what the fuck? Andros then just makes fun of him for this. Like, dude, that was horrifying. Then Darkliptor hits Ashley and Cassie, freezing them in place. Andros gets mad and TJ tries to stop him, but he gets away, attacking, but then he gets hit back. TJ goes to save Andros and he gets hit in the head real bad, sparking up as he falls. Where the hell is Carlos? Never mind, there he is. Carlos says they need to go, but then he gets frozen as he's telling Andros to get TJ back to the ship. Andros calls out the Galaxy Gliders running away. Just forget your friends then, huh? In the med bay, TJ wakes up scared. Andros asks if he's okay, but TJ has no idea who TJ is. He doesn't remember anything. Darkliptor? Who are you, strange man with Milky Way hair? Deca explains that he done gone lost his memories, and TJ runs away. Where the hell is he gonna go? Darkliptor is very excited to see that he has 3 frozen Rangers. Astronema then shows up, really pissed that Ecliptor and Darkonda are together as one being, and Darkonda says that Ecliptor attacked him, so he did what he had to do. And Astronema seems to not really care about this, at all. What? Also, he doesn't want to kill the Power Rangers yet because he needs them for bait. TJ is walking around the bridge and he's freaked out that he's in space. He's also scared of Alpha. Andros tells him to remember stuff because he needs his help. Andros explains that he's the Blue Power Ranger, so get your shit together. Then a message comes in and it's Darkliptor, telling them to come fight them. TJ refuses to join Andros in the fight and Andros is like, "Remember!" And then he morphs. And it does nothing for TJ, so Andros just teleports out. Seriously, if they can teleport. Andros shows up alone in front of Darkliptor, who asks where TJ is, but Andros says it's the 2 of them right now. He uses button 01 to fight, but he gets hit down onto the ground. Andros is pretty much just getting his ass kicked. Like a lot lately, actually. TJ then walks into the simu-deck area and he finds the basketball. This feels a little racist if it's going to be the thing that reminds him of himself. But of course, he dribbles the ball and yeah, he remembers the game from earlier and yeah, TJ looks in his locker opening it. Inside, he finds a photo of him and his friends together in the worst clothes ever. He then flips open his morpher, hitting a button. This teleports him to the Andros vs. Darkliptor fight, and he's still confused watching. I don't get how he doesn't get this yet. He then just types in 335 and he morphs, and he's like, whoa, I am the Blue Ranger. No shit. He's staring at his hands when Darkliptor comes after him, and he panics, freaking out on the ground and dodging him. Then Darkliptor comes at him hard, attacking. He hits him down and TJ's freaked out. Then Andros saves TJ this time, taking the brunt of the explosion. Then TJ remembers everyone one by one and he's fine. So this was never really like an identity crisis, okay. TJ saves Andros and he says that he remembers the play that they did earlier, so they run forward, and TJ tosses the Spiral Saber and the Astro Axe into the air, and he fires with his Astro Blaster. Then he throws Andros into the air, who uses the two weapons to hit Darklipter so hard, he splits back into Ecliptor and Darkonda. That wasn't the play at all, there was no basketball. Astronema is watching this and she speaks for the audience when she says, "What?" The other Rangers are freed from being frozen now for whatever reason, and Darkonda is mad that this happened. TJ and Andros then talk about how great their play was for like uncomfortably long. Astronema then fires the Saddle Lasers and Darkonda says that he and Ecliptor need to rejoin, so a giant Darkliptor is there. The others come together and they make sure everyone is okay. They call it the Astro Delta Megazord, which combines pretty quickly for once. They take on Darkliptor, punching him in the goddamn face. They then use the Gyro Blasters, and with a flying power punch, the two are split up again, and Darkonda pushes Ecliptor in front of him so that he takes the hit. They then grow back to human size, and Ecliptor falls to the ground, wounded. Darkonda explains that Astronema probably expects him to be brought home, and he still has a use for him, so they leave together. On the Dark Fortress, Darkonda is blackmailing Ecliptor, explaining that if he tells the truth about how he attacked him, he'll tell Astronema stuff that will make both of them get killed. Then Astronema is there and she's overheard some things, saying that she doubted Darkonda to begin with, but now she believes that it was true. She tells Ecliptor that he will not attack Darkonda as he is Ecliptor's equal from now on. On the megaship, they're working on the big scanner and they can't fix it. Andros just whooshes away some tool. Then Ashley and Carlos join the others and they say that they never finished the game, and TJ apparently doesn't remember basketball at all. And Ashley and Carlos assume that this is going to be super easy then. They walk away and TJ reveals he actually remembers everything, so screw you guys, he's just messing with them. It's actually kind of a good joke. The end. This episode is actually pretty good overall. I feel like it could have been named something else, but the plot itself is really strong, and actually does a pretty good job of removing 3 of the principal actors without it being like super obvious. Also, seeing Andros and TJ together is interesting because there's never been too much stated about their relationship. I mean, Andros essentially just came in and replaced TJ as the leader, and you would think there'd be a bigger deal going on about that, but it never has been. Darkonda continues to be awesome and really breathed new life into this season. Also, I don't know if I've ever expressed this outwardly before, but wow, I absolutely love these suits for the Rangers. They're so well done, like modern and simplistic, just a really great aesthetic all around. Next time, the obvious becomes the obvious, but until then, may the power protect you.